Women don't care as much how much money you make and whether or not you have a good job like they did 40 or 50 years ago.
If you are dealing with a broke man and you are upset at other women for having stayers, I want you to think about this when you're laying down next to your broke man. Can that good D be a payment method for the rent? Can his broken promises fill your gas tank? When you think about that, and when you're ready to transform yourself and get rid of the brokies, enroll in High Value Women 101 and transform yourself and start attracting men of value.
The biggest factor in the change in dating dynamics that seems to be actively avoided or more accurately attacked by manosphere folks is the fact that women need men less today than they ever have. And they will need men less in the future. And if you pay attention to a lot of the undertones of manosphere rhetoric, a significant portion of what they're saying is basically crying and whining over the fact that now that a woman can get a job, he has to take more showers and learn a skill and maybe read some books.
I was in a situation where I was the financially responsible one and he wasn't. And I said, okay, well, fine. You spend your money on the fun and I'll spend my money on the finances and I'll be the responsible one, don't worry. And then after a couple years, you grow that resentment, and you try not to because you tell yourself, nah, he's he takes care of the movies. Yeah. Fuck the electric bill. And we don't need lights. We went to see Panther, it was good. But you grow that resentment after a while.
Which is why other parts of their rhetoric are prophesying on the cold, scary future where women will finally need men like they used to back in the good old days, when men went out to hunt and women stayed home and all that shit. Winter is coming is something that they say a lot in their circles. And they've been saying it for decades now. The reality is that winter has been here for well over a decade and y'all still aren't getting any. Ironically, but sadly, unsurprisingly, the people suffering the most in these hard times under winter are men who still have not learned to adapt. There's all these podcasts complaining about modern women and not enough teaching you how to be a modern man. Not trying to teach you that the way a man was 40 years ago is the way you should be now. That is, do you hear that out loud? The sad, scary truth revealed through this is how many men are either incapable or uninterested in adjusting to the new reality of what it takes and what it means to be desirable.